Looking through the statements of the Ukrainian Telegram channels regarding the situation in Chasiv Yar, it becomes clear that Ukrainian sources, together with experts and analysts, are in a state of panic. According to them, due to the transfer of the most combat-ready brigades of the armed forces of Ukraine to the Kharkiv region, the defense of the Ukrainian army in Chasiv Yar has significantly weakened. Starting on May 17, the situation in the eastern and southern parts of the city of Chasiv Yar sharply worsened. According to war correspondents, Russian troops managed to take control of several houses on Gorbady Street, in the northeastern part of the Canal microdistrict. This information was also confirmed by Ukrainian sources. According to them, Russian troops have become more active not only in the eastern part of Chasiv Yar, but also on the southern outskirts of this city. In particular, watching the reports of war correspondent Vlad Andretz, it becomes clear that Russian troops are advancing on Chasiv Yar from two directions at once, from the south and east. The fact that Russian soldiers are also advancing on Chasiv Yar from the south indicates that the Russian army has finally gained a foothold on the western side of the Seversky Donets-Donbass water channel. Moreover, as it turned out, the offensive of Russian troops on Chasiv Yar from the south had already yielded results. It is reported that after massive strikes by Russian artillery and combat aviation on the positions of the armed forces of Ukraine located in the southern part of Chasiv Yar, the 98th Airborne Division, more commonly known as the Ivanova Paratroopers, broke through the main lines of defense of the Ukrainian army in the Novyi microdistrict. As of May 20, it is reliably known that Russian paratroopers took control of several houses on Kovpaka Street, in the southern part of the Novyi microdistrict. At the same time, war correspondent Vlad Andretz acknowledged that despite the successes of Russian troops in the eastern and southern parts of Chasiv Yar, the overall advance of the Russian army in this strategically important city remains slow. Meanwhile, the head of Chasiv Yar City Military Administration, Sergei Chas, was shocked by the fact that Russian paratroopers had occupied several houses in the Novyi microdistrict. According to him, if the Russians manage to completely capture the Novyi microdistrict, then the units of the armed forces of Ukraine located in the Canal microdistrict will end up in a real cauldron. Against this background, the head of Chasiv Yar City Military Administration called on the Ukrainian General Staff to strengthen the defense of the city, otherwise, this settlement would fall by the end of the month. Commenting on the situation in Chasiv Yar, Ukrainian Telegram channels admitted that despite the tactical successes of Russian troops in the southern and eastern parts of this city, the Russian army has not yet launched a full-scale offensive against this settlement. Ukrainian sources fear that amid a chronic manpower shortage, the defense of the armed forces of Ukraine simply cannot withstand full-scale attacks by the Russian army. By the way, it is precisely because of the acute shortage of manpower that on May 20, 2024, the Ukrainian army lost the strategically important settlement of Klashchivka. War correspondents confirmed that on May 20, at 10 a.m. Moscow time, Russian troops occupied 98% of the territory of this settlement. According to them, at the moment, Russian troops are clearing the remaining 2% of the territory of Klashchivka. Due to the acute shortage of manpower, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Ukraine, General Sersky, is forced to increasingly use the so-called mercenaries from the Foreign Legion, in the Chasiv Yar direction of the front. Moreover, war correspondents noted that over the past few days, the number of Polish, American, and Canadian mercenaries who are fighting shoulder to shoulder with Ukrainian nationalists from the Nationalist Kraken Regiment and the elite unit of the main intelligence directorate of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine Arten, has sharply increased in the southern and eastern parts of Chasiv Yar. It is reported that over the last 3 days alone, in battles in the southern and eastern parts of Chasiv Yar, Russian paratroopers have destroyed more than 50 foreign mercenaries from Poland, the United States, and Canada.